T&D Productions presents Pseudo Cinema.
Hey Peter,
Yeah, what's up?
what do you know about King Arthur, the whole legend?
Honestly, not very much. I know that I've always kind of admired those stories because they just reek of royalty and chivalry, and I say reek, but they just they're like I don't know. They were quite popular in the early part of the 19th century.
Okay, well, you want to take a little quiz?
Okay, go ahead and quiz me on it.
What shape was the famous table?
Oh yeah, round.
Are you sure it was round? I thought it was square.
It was round.
Are you sure it wasn't a trapezoid?
It was round.
It was a round table, huh?
It was a round table.
Okay.
Like round table discussions, I think derive that expression derives its origin from the Knights of the Round Table.
Okay, and he had a very beautiful wife. Well, that was
Guinevere.
I thought it was Jennifer Lopez.
That's a real person.
Are you sure? You sure? Because I know Guinevere is a David Crosby song. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And he had like a best friend knight. What was his name? Who betrayed him?
Sir Lancelot.
Lancelot du River or du Ocean or what was it?
I don't know of his last name.
You don't know? You don't know? I think he was French, wasn't he?
Okay, well, if it's French, then maybe the tales of King Arthur come from sometime after the Norman invasion. So I thought I thought King Arthur and those tales actually were older.
He was Lancelot du Lac.
Du Lac,
yeah.
Okay.
Lancelot of the Lake, basically.
Okay.
Well, he was supposed to be a French guy.
Okay. What's another one?
How many times did Sean Connery star in an Arthurian movie?
I can think of only once. I could be wrong.
2 times.
Twice, okay.
Twice. The most recent one was with Richard Gere. He played King Arthur. And Richard Gere played Lancelot in the movie First Night.
Oh, First Night. Well, I guess I'd forgotten about that one.
But today we're going to watch another Sean Connery.
Okay.
Another Sean Connery King Arthur tale.
Maybe the other one, since there were only 2.
Yeah, yes, the other one.
Okay.
He's playing a knight himself in this one.
Okay.
But he's playing an evil knight called the Green Knight.
The Green Knight?
The Green Knight, yeah, it's an Arthurian tale.
Sounds like an old radio show.
Sir Gawain and the Green Knight.
Sir Gawain and the Green Knight.
Yes. This was shot in 1982.
Okay.
At the same time, Sean Connery was filming Never Say Never, the James Bond.
Oh yeah,
The
whole Bond Subber thing in
the
the
non-canon
83.
James Bond movie. So he's filming that. So he's seen sporadically through this film.
Okay.
This is kind of weird. The writer and director Stephen Weeks wanted to cast Mark Hamill as Sir Gawain in this, but the producers Menahem Golan and Golan-Globus ended up casting Miles O'Keefe instead.
Okay, what's Miles O'Keefe known for?
Low-budget action movies.
Okay, well...
Most of the main cast are a bunch of nobodies, but the backing cast are the big people. Not only do you have Sean Connery, you have Peter Cushing
Okay.
and John Reese Davies, which
yes.
also played with Sean Connery in 1989's Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Well, there you go. You've got another kind of James Bond and Sean Connery connection.
There you go. This is
James
7 degrees of Sean Connery.
Huh. Oh man, if only Mark Hamill had been cast.
Yeah, I know.
That probably would have kept him.
But Miles O'Keefe, they didn't like Miles O'Keefe's voice in this movie, so his voice was dubbed by Peter Firth.
Okay. Well, I'm interested. This is a Sean Connery movie. I'd like to go ahead and watch it.
The actual legend, Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, is just a short little 13-line prose poem. To inflate this into a big, long movie, they had to add some stuff.
No kidding.
Yes.
They practically had to write the story or rewrite the story themselves.
Speaking of rewriting, this movie we're going to watch with Sean Connery is another movie made by the same writer, Stephen Weeks. Stephen Weeks made this movie 10 years prior to this.
He had?
Yeah, but he remade it because he has a bigger budget and he can get bigger stars like Sean Connery now and
I guess
Peter Cushing. And well, we're gonna watch this movie. If you're interested in stuff like this, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. But we can talk about that right after the movie. Right now, on with the show.
On with the show.
Hold on. We gotta do the beginning too. Okay. This is Pseudo. Come on.
I wasn't ready.
Okay. This is Pseudo Cinema. We'll put that in somewhere. That looks more like it. Mouse O'Keefe. What's that? Serial Claire? Lee Lawson. A Golan-Globus.
Gotcha.
Is your Globus Golan right now?
I don't know. I kept on wanting to say instead of Golem. This is very different.
That looks very comic booky.
Yeah, comic booky. Kind of reminds me of He-Man.
It does.
The king's armor. That's the last that I shall ever make. The last that he shall ever wear.
Also starring Sean Connery as the Green Knight.
Also starring, they might as well have just said guest starring, Trevor Howard.
Peter Cushing. See the co-stars are the big ones. The big stars.
They should have cast
They marketed it as Sean Connery movie.
They should have put Mark Hamill in it because it has a Star Wars feel here, even at the beginning. That was an interesting movie.
I wouldn't say it was interesting. I would say it was kind of bad.
Well, I mean, when you have a movie with unicorns and rainbows, and
the unicorn. Did you notice the unicorn?
I noticed the unicorn. Yeah.
When he shot when he was shooting the unicorn, the horn went like this on his head, like waving. It's kind of
This could be a dream sequence. This could be a dream sequence.
I don't know. That horn was kind of waving back and forth like that. It was kind of weird.
The whole thing looked like it could have been a period film, but then you have a unicorn there, so
yeah, unicorns.
That's just fantasy.
Yeah,
never mind the magic.
Okay.
I'd like to be positive about the movie, but it was a little dull.
Yeah, it was pretty dull movie. I didn't think Sean Connery had much of a role in it.
No, he was barely there. But when he was there, he made the movie. From another dimension rides the Green Knight.
You will be summoned by 3 ghosts.
And the dog!
He made the movie, but I don't think his heart was in it.
No, but his head was, for a short time.
Oh, yeah.
And then he got it chopped off.
That comes to give you a lesson. If you have a Christmas party, and you invite somebody to your Christmas party, and they ask you to behead them, be careful.
Because he just picked, I don't know if I want to say anything. Yeah, he picked up his head and put it back on.
Yeah.
He was not a true Highlander. He should have just died.
And then he says, hey, now it's your turn.
Yeah. It's like, now, I'm going to cut your head off. Let's see if your head can get back on.
Yeah.
And stay there. Oh, boy. This movie had some interesting elements that were just, I guess, 1980s-ish.
Yeah, interesting elements like that interesting fantasy music they were playing.
the generic music that you hear almost in every movie made between maybe 1980
All the fancy movies, at least.
and 88 or something.
You know, one of those fights was so comical. You can replace the music they had with like some weird Looney Tunes music. Looney Tunes, the theme. Right? You know this?
Yes, yes. Hello, Earthling. Yeah, Looney Tunes. Or a polka.
Polka, yeah, that would be interesting too.
I can't even do a polka.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, if I could do a polka. I'll play the polka on anything.
Mm-hmm.
But did you know, moving on from polka music to an accordion, which is often included in lots of polka music, David Rappaport, who was in the movie, he learned how to play the accordion.
Really? Really?
If I am remembering correctly, yes.
And who is David Rappaport? Please remind us.
He played that
And the
little
parsley.
guy. He played that old man with the hat. I think he was a wizard
Ah.
in this. I'm not sure, but I know he played the science genius, the wizard, in what network was that? I think it was CBS, maybe, in 1987. Simon McKay was his
yeah, I
character's
remember
name,
him.
yeah.
Yes.
And,
in this one, he played the sage.
Okay, he was a sage in
Yes.
this one. He
I
was
don't know where parsley and rosemary were, but he was sage.
Uh-huh.
Where did time go?
I don't know.
The time was wasted in watching the movie.
It was wasted in watching the movie.
Cool, but this isn't a David Rappaport movie.
Oh.
It's not even a Sean Connery movie. Who else is in this movie? Other big stars. We have what? We had Peter Cushing. Peter Cushing, cool.
Roy.
And you have this
Oh,
Stay Puft
12,
Marshmallow Man
15.
guy. What was he?
Yes, he was the
Tapestry
one
thing?
who got his face burned off.
Yeah, but he had a big hat. It looked like a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Or
I-
something. Who else was in that movie? Oh, John Reese Davies.
Yeah, I think he was a pretty good part of the film, and he
Yeah.
did pretty well. I liked his parts there and there. They seemed to be a little...
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Oh, Morgan Le Fay, she turned into that big red frog, and it started talking. It's like this is turning into an acid trip all of a sudden.
Yeah, you couldn't stop laughing at that point.
It was weird.
Well, at the very end, you have, was it Lynette?
Lynette, yeah.
Yeah, and she changed into a dove.
And flew away.
Yeah.
You said something about the Iron Man people too. By large man.
Yes, so you have the armor. They were kind of funny to begin with. Gawain's armor was pretty much all silver, and it looked
Silver
like
or
a
gold?
bunch of. At first, it was silver. It looked like, I don't know, a lot of aluminum foil had been put into use there, and then he got, I guess, an upgrade. He got an updated model made of gold.
Yeah.
And it was shiny, but
Very shiny.
it was, again, it looked like something like gold foil had been tightly pressed on all these little plastic parts that he had assembled, or were assembled by, I don't know, small children for an art project. And then you had the Iron Man suit of armor.
Yeah, it's like the whole League of Iron Men coming out.
Yeah,
there.
it was alternating like red and gray and a little bit of gold. It looked a lot like the Iron Man costume that what was that?
Tony Stark.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. actually wears in a lot of those films. So yeah, do you think Tony Stark would have made an appearance in the film, or should have?
Nah. Well. That film was weird enough without him.
They could travel back in time. The Avengers could travel back in time and help Sir Gawain win back the love that turned into
Lynette.
a dove.
Yeah, love that turned into a dove.
The love that turned into a
poet.
dove.
You don't even know it.
I've been pretty poetical the whole day.
Well, this was based on a poem.
Yes, a 13-line poem.
Sir Gawain the Green Knight.
Yes. Okay, if you don't... Okay, so don't forget, if you like this, hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. ring that bell, ding, 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 to be notified for new videos when we drop them.
You can find us on Patreon. We have Patreon. Patreon's cool. There's 3 different tiers for 3 different payments. You can pick a price you want and help us. Even
We
a little
really
bit goes a
need
long
to
line.
expand this.
A little bit goes a long way.
Yes.
You can also find us on our merch store. What's our merch store?
What's on a merch store? Well,
What is it?
Well, you can go to the merch store and buy mugs, T-shirts, and other things, maybe masks
Yeah.
with our logo on them,
Oh,
which is cool. So that's a little bit better than they're practical.
Yeah. That's
And
cool. Where
they've got
is
a
it?
cool 8-ball on there,
Where is it?
right above here someplace.
No. I mean the merch store. Where's the merch store?
On Spring.
Spring.com. What's that?
What is it? It's Spring.com.
Spring.com used to be
Teespring.com.
Teespring. Yeah, that's Teespring anymore. It's Spring now. So we're also on Twitter and
Facebook.
Come say hi to us there.
Drop us a suggestion.
Yeah, drop us a suggestion and tell us what movie you want to watch. Tell us if we should get haircuts.
Also, tell us.
Tell us we need girlfriends. Tell us anything.
I think they get the idea. So until then, if we don't see you around,
we'll see you square.
They'll see us square.
Somebody will see us.
Definitely square. Bombadita, bombadita.
There's just one thing they forgot to tell me on my swift initiation into knighthood.
Where the Ajax White Knight is.
Myself in a tin suit.
What no lost knight should be without.
A can opener.
Oh, you don't know how
A
happy
key?
I am.
It's a key to your chastity belt.